Look, what we do is it's the same way that they repeat it on the news. Is the same way that we have to constantly look at what we're in. So look. All right. Now look, this is real stuff. Go get this right here. You've got to go get it. On it, it's going to say this right here. And by definition, that means it's property. All right? Now look, I know it's hard to accept. I know that everything in your whole existence won't allow you to see this. And truthfully, I've showed this to women that I know and I love dearly. And they just laugh. They just laugh. I don't know why people laugh. We've read it in some of these books how the people dismiss anything. Well, I don't think I can wrap my head around that. Or no shit. Okay? But this is what we don't know about ships. All commerce, maritime shipping ships have been referred to as females. Well, why would they be referred to as females? Well, because they are delivering a load of cargo. Okay? And the ship sits at the dock because it's birthing the cargo. Over here, the woman is delivery baby. Okay? Because by definition, what does cargo represent? Money. So, because it's property. So, by definition, that. And this woman goes to the doctor to give birth. Okay? The ship comes down the canal. The baby comes down the vaginal canal. Okay? So, and then you're going to have a certificate. And remember, this is on water. This shipment is on water. So is the baby. It's in water. And now once it gets to land to this world, bam, it's documented, it's registered. And then you go into 1984 with Winston at the end. When the old man in there, when he says, I know I'm telling you about all this New World Order stuff and an old body decaying. He says, I just represent a cell. But he says, because they create cultures and all that and mindsets. But he says there's going to be no more registers. There's going to be no more numbers. None of that. It's going to be gone. So there's going to be no more of that. No more of this. This shit that they've used for a very long time is about to be gone. Okay? So over here, you're going to have the Port Authority. And then over here, you're going to have your, this is the same thing. That's going to ride off on all of it. Okay? Over here, you've got the warehouses that stores the goods. And over here, you've got the waiting room. Oh, look at all those little babies. Look at all those little babies. Cha-ching. Oh, look at all those seats. Look at all those motorcycles. Look at all those, whatever it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? What? So, now, you're starting to get a better understanding of who you really are. And when you can lay it out and see, some of y'all have a worldly intellect, which would be Arimonic, and it's okay. You got to put that to the side and use it because it's tools come out of the matrix. And you'll be able to throw some extra stuff in there because this is the main ones. It's like literally right in your face. It's like in the courtroom. Okay? In the traditional court room in a room represents a cell. Yeah, in court, all this has to do with Saturn. Because the first 0 to 11 degrees of Saturnalia is the outer court grades. And in the courtroom, we represent the goy because we run the system because we're competent, but you're incompetent, even though you're an image of God. So what we have to do is tie all this in together. Okay? All right, look, the judge sits on a bench. In Latin, bench is bank. Okay? Now here's where we're going to stay in the water. All right, so the judge sits on a bench, and Latin bench is bank. Well, what's on both sides of rivers or whatever? Banks. Because what do banks do on rivers? They control the flow of the currency, which would be what? Water. But not anymore. In this system, it's money, which is water, which is not real, but it's still what it is. And then the 12 jurors, and this dude wears a black robe because it has to do with Saturn, the hammer of justice. The 12 jurors of the 12 constellations. Okay? When you go to the courtroom, the judge would be 6 feet above you in the traditional courtroom because you're 6 feet below, you're dead. You're dead anyways. You're dead through all this. You're already before you even come out. Okay, so what we have is you've got liquid assets. We're going to freeze your account. Okay, an account has to do with a bank, right? Okay, well over here in the court system, you're going to have, we've got 3 counts of 1, 2, and 3, but really you're just opening up an account with Saturn right there. See what I mean? And then if you're lucky, you're going to get charged. You're charged. What does water do? It charges the anatomy. It charges it. It charges it. You're 70% water. So you're charged. And this right here is charging you. There's circuits in there. Yeah, there's circuits in there. And it's charging. So you get fucking charged. And then you have to go to circuit court. There we go again. We're back at the outer court grades with dumb goy. And the circuit. It's fucking real. Yeah, it's just real how dumb you are. And you can add infinitum to it. It's all water. It's just shit. See, and that's why now they want everybody to buck and learn the system, because most lawyers just learn what they have to, just like the people in the medical industry. You know, but I mean, it's not. It's not real. It's all based on water. You know, it's based on this. Look, it's based off of this. Maritime. That's why you get marriage. Is it 2 G's? Or is it 1? Marriage. Marijuana. And then Mari is water. That means water. Because Mary gets her name from the brain. Yeah. You name a dog after something. Well, we named our names after the brain and the body parts. And then Constantine felt it with his big fat penis to say, you know what, we're going to get rid of all that shit and just give them the figure. And then in 869, they're going to take out the Holy Spirit. We got to go all the way back to the year 325 when 318 attendees. That perfect number. Perfect number. But anyways, the brain is not big enough. So when you can understand that in your fucking blood, you have been under this control for generations, for thousands of years. It doesn't matter who you are. For at least 2,000. If not longer. That's what I'm saying. This same fucking thing burned down the Library of Alexandria, which had all the knowledge in it. If we're going to go with that. And then kept, of course, what they needed. And then slowly got rid of all everything under the sun that we came down with, but then wrote eventually to keep it, and then they got it and then created a false world. So here you go, you're a solar system that now you're going to take up for it. And the black robe represents Saturn, because Saturn's judging. Saturn's he's the big boy in all this. So Saturn's the furthest out, so Saturn judges all this. And the smaller ones govern their circuit. And you've got governors in the states. Even though this is the governors. They govern their circuit. And now who governs your circuit? Saturn. Saturn, TV, Saturn, Cube, Saturn Town Square, all of it Saturn. We can't say it enough. It's fucking Saturn. And if you don't know about it, then I would just keep fucking looking and looking and looking. You can't even overload on it. Because anything bad is good too. And that's what y'all don't understand. You gonna have the devil here and God here? It's Ahriman and Lucifer, and then God's here. That's how up Christianity and all religions are now. They've seen it in the movies, so whatever's on there and in schools and the universities and the churches, it's the same. It's fucked up. It's like, guys, that's in the movies. You're crazy. We're going to have an orgy today with a fucking system that we're in, and we're too stupid to put it together. Now I gotta get something to eat. I love you.